All right, yes, good. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? Having a great day so far? Thursday, news day. Hope you guys are doing well. Who's ready for the news today? Press a 1 in the chat if you are ready for the initial jobless claims. For the GDP, very important, the GDP Q1. Quarter over quarter. All right, always gets released a little bit later. The pending home sales later as well. And smash that like button if you like what we do on a regular basis, man. Let's get it going. Let's make some money. Yeah, hopefully better than yesterday. I mean, overall, the last week was amazing. We did very well. But yeah, yesterday, unfortunately, we waited for so long. But we're here to do our thing. To get back into it. All right? That's it. We keep moving forward. That's the game we play here. Let's see what we have. Joy, my man Joy in the building. Snowfall Emma. Prime FX. More Cowboy. Ricardo. Prime Suresh. Kadam. Victor. Shipley. Alex. Alex, my man. I like your picture, bro. I love your picture. Xau Usd. Crixus, what's happening, brother? Let's go. Let's get some... No revenge trading. No revenge trading today. No. We're not going to do that. No revenge trading. No. You can win 5 and then lose 1. It's all good. Look at the bigger picture. Rishikesh, man, Tandi, Ahmad. Yes, all right, amazing. Dollar. What's happening with the dollar, guys? Dollar is getting rejected. Out of that bigger overall range we're looking at here, right there. Getting rejected right now so far, coming down. Tapped into that high. We couldn't break that swing high here. That created this low. We came up once. We came up again. We tapped into it, and now we're getting rejected quite heavily. Okay, so what does it mean? Well, obviously this is good for gold. Okay, gold is moving up. What have we been doing so far? We've been building a lot of liquidity. Yesterday we entered already. I think it was a bit too early here, but we're back at it again. We're starting to build that liquidity right now. We're starting to break the trend initially here. We closed a body above it, which is the first time actually since we have broken out. So we closed the body. We're looking at this high and this low. Okay, what needs to happen right now is that we break that high and put in that last low. Is that the volume that's coming? Potentially the volume that's coming. All right, so that's how. This is the high, this is the low. We're breaking the trend. The dollar is coming down right now, getting weaker overall. We have news coming, obviously. Is that going to give us the catalyst for us to push gold up here today? That's the question. Okay, on a daily level, on a daily chart as well, here looking from a daily perspective. Let me go to a clean chart real quick. Let's see what we have there. So we have this all set. YouTube, gold. There we go. And let's go to the daily. And yeah, we are indeed holding here above it. We have that candle here above the 1913. That's the exact flip of the previous daily candle as well here. So you have this low, you have that flip of the previous daily candle. If we can come up here, we have been taking out the low of the previous wick. If we now break the body above here, that's exactly that level right there. That's that level that we're looking for at 1930.375. That's that level that will also cause the daily flip of the previous body. All right, the previous daily candle here. So I'm having a close eye on that level and see what we can do from there. All right. Gold can touch 1917. Yeah, so we have that level above there as well. If you break this one, strong buys here above. Yeah, we can face some resistance at it as well though. So we have to be aware of that. Okay. We definitely have to be aware of that indeed. Therapy, my man. What's happening? Suresh, gold can go. Yeah, correct. Rust Fund, gold is bounced from the 618 on the daily. Prime FX can spend, I guess, millions without a couple of losses. That's it. Paras, what's up? Opinion on the Nasdaq S&P. We'll have a look at it in a second here. EU broke structure. No thoughts on GU today. We will have a look at it in a second here. Who's bullish on gold today? Let me know in the chat if you are bullish on gold today. Gold must go up. I need gold teeth. What about these white ones? What about these veneers, or how do you call them? The $1 million smile, you know, the Hollywood smile. I don't have them, as you can see, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. Who knows? If gold breaks the 1917 buy, structure is telling you to sell. Looking for bullish entry, depends on where it closes. Yeah, so we have another level here, which I wanted to highlight real quick as well right now. We're actually breaking this currently, which is the 19... I need to see what the exact body is, but it's like 1910. Pretty much. We're already coming above this. So let's also see how we close that hourly right there here. Of course, my opinion, strong confirmation. This is where we got rejected yesterday, was the 1913. Be aware of that here. But I just want to see how the dollar reacts, because we have this gap below that we can still fill up here. You see that gap right there? Let me highlight this one a little more. That's the gap I'm talking about. Can we come up? Can we come down to fill up that gap here to come towards this zone? If that's the case, then the gold will go up already. We have a level that we're breaking around this level as well here right now. This is something to take in consideration as well. So, yeah, let's see what happens if we break it and how we close above it as well here, while the dollar is still not covering that gap up. So, as long as the dollar is not close that gap yet, let's say we are coming down. And we did close the gap and we actually bounced from here. That's something where you have to pay very close attention towards too, because you could see a bounce from there. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. We might have another one right there, but be careful. I would wait for that closure for sure, in like 18 minutes. We look at the 1 hour, but it does not really matter. It can also be the 30-minute here in this case. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at that particular level as well. Lorenzo, is there anything you can share me about EURUSD and GU? Okay, so EURUSD right now is of course coming up. Why? Because of the dollar looking very weak. We are moving pretty heavily here. We got actually, or we bounced actually from this area of the month beautifully. It was actually a very clean zone. We tapped into it. We create a beautiful higher high. Let's take it to the 30. We are now coming back to the range, but we have not created like a strong lower low here. I like it overall. I do believe though that too late for long right now. At this particular moment, because we're already quite overextended here. There is one layer though, and I think that we could, okay, no, maybe not, but I think we could get to this level here, which is the 109.442 for EURUSD right there, coming back up towards this level and then creeping towards this zone here, because we have these highs above here. You see these highs there? There's a bunch of buy-side liquidity there that I can definitely see getting taken out. Especially if the dollar comes to that zone. So it could be a good target. The question is though, if that's the case, are you just going to enter right now in the middle and just hope that it goes up? That's a little bit the worry, right? So you want to come down a little bit first if you want to look for the continuation. I would not right now look for the trade entry now to get to that part here. I would wait for a pullback. This was a nice trade here. Let's say you would have come up and you would have come down and you got actually a nice little bounce from this area of the month right there. Then this was a nice continuation. Right now you're somewhat in the middle, so be aware of that for the EURUSD. And for GU, GU is definitely weaker than the euro. So same for GU. Be careful with GU. I would not long GU either at this specific moment here. We're ranging. So yeah. I think gold will come down. Okay, well, we're going to find out very, very soon. Okay, we're going to find out very soon. I'm still looking at the 1913 as the major the major level here, because that's where the daily flip will be. Okay, so I'm going to write it down. Daily flip. All right, we had the weekly flip last time. Now we have the daily flip here. That's why that level is so important. We used the 30-minute candle yesterday. Why the 1 hour now? We can use the 30-minute, 1 hour. It depends. It's like we're heading towards the 1 hour closure. So I tend to then just look at the 1 hour chart. You know, if it's the 30-minute, I tend to zoom in and go to the 30-minute. So it depends on the timing in the market. I hope that makes sense. So who in the chat has veneers? Who has that Hollywood smile that you can buy? I know somebody has it here. Somebody in the chat has it. Wait, let me look it up here. Hollywood smile. Damn. That's what I'm talking. I drink way too much tea, man. So imagine me having a smile like that. I need to fly to Turkey very, very soon. Or Dubai. Anyways. Let's wait 15 more minutes for the closure here. And keep a very close eye on the dollar. But keep in mind, that gap is not filled yet. Okay, that gap is not filled yet. So whenever I see a gap below here, that could be an easy target here. Okay, this is the reason why gold was pushing up initially. Dollar was coming down quite heavily here. So yeah, let's pay very close attention to it. I don't have a Hollywood plastic smile. Yeah, no, you need to buy these good ones. I agree. There are like different levels of it. Anyways. Not too wide though, not too wide, right? It's a bit too much. Like, you need that natural wide. Are you going to the dentist? No, yes. Of course I go to the dentist. I have quite a healthy teeth overall. I don't easily get these like holes in my teeth. That's for sure. I also do not eat that many sweets though. Maybe that helps a lot. I do, however, eat some burgers here and there on a regular basis. I'm making my friend fat right now. But yeah, no sweets. I'm not really a, how do you call it? A sweet tooth or something like that. I don't know. I have nothing with candy. Yeah. I think there's really high likelihood the dollar will come down towards this level, so gold can push here. We have, I think, 11 more minutes for that closure. Let's see how it goes. It is a nice breakout though, out of this overall trend. Do take that in consideration. A lot of extra buyers could step in here. Yeah, we are breaking this high here right now. If you look at the body. But yeah, let's see how the hourly closes, because a much safer buy would be above the 1913, where the daily flip is at. That's for sure. Reason for sell below 1903? Yes, absolutely. So if you look at gold here on the 1903, that's also the flip of that previous resistance, the area where we have a lot of support here. Okay, it's right there. So you had the 1913, the top of that body, the bottom of that body, which also counts directly as an area of support as well here, as you guys can see. We found there a lot of resistance and support there on multiple occasions, coming back into the chart. It's a highly confluential zone, and that falls directly into that body, that lower body of that candle on the daily chart. If you flip that and you break it and you close at least below, which we haven't done yet, then we could see continuation happening, coming down towards that gap below here, which is already like the 1800s right there. Of course, we have the 1900 psychological resistance, but usually it tends to just break through it. And the gap is there below as well. So yeah, that's then a big target to go for, by the way, if you break that level here. So the 1903 for that particular reason. A lot of doctors don't recommend any surgeries in Turkey. Okay, is that because of the? This is just a rhetorical question, right? An objective question. Let me put it this way: is that because they care about your teeth and it's really bad quality, or it's because of the competition, the fact that everyone now goes there? What do you think? Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Hey. I would say the same thing. Yeah, no, but it's like, it's very bad quality. It's very bad. No, you don't want to do that. No. If you want to do it good, you have to pay $10,000 at my studio. At my practice, not 3,000 there. I don't know. No, I don't know. I really, truly don't know. Like, it could be really bad. Yeah. But yeah. Just saying. Wow, we're just into the stream. We got 150 likes already. Thank you so much. I wanted to say let's get to 100 likes, but I didn't even see it. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes today. Right now, let's see if liking now. Let's go. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so far it seems that the volume is waiting a little bit. Yes, we saw the expansion, but now the question is, where's the volume now? Okay, we have the open in around 6 minutes, 6 minutes and 50 seconds. So we are paying very close attention to that. We know that we could see potential more downside to fill up that gap here. We're waiting for that gap to be filled for the dollar here. We're heading towards it. It should push gold up a little bit more, but yeah, let's see. Why Turkey? Thailand is closer and probably better for you. I don't know about Thailand, but I heard Turkey is like the get-to-go place for dental practices right now, and also for pretty much everything cosmetic, cosmetic-related practices. I mean, they played it very smart, man. They played it very, very smart. 6 more minutes. How much impact of a news in market or chart analysis is best? How much impact? So it's like, so this is the thing about volume, right? Volume is good. It's nice. I love volume, but I rather have consistent volume than a massive spike and then, you know, nothing. So that's what happens sometimes with news. It comes in, news comes in, massive volume comes in, and I was like, oh, volume. But then after that, nothing happens anymore. So what I prefer is consistency. Consistent volume gives me much better setups, much better continuation, and it reduces a lot of the risk as well. So yeah, I think that volume is, or news volume is, you know, can be nice, but it's not everything. It's not everything. I think that, you know, what we are looking at mainly is the consistency in volume. That would be the ideal scenario. I'm in Turkey. Hope I will meet you if I come. I love Turkey, man. I've been in multiple places. I've been in Marmaris many times. Istanbul, of course. Man, I've been so many places, but I can now come up with it. Let me think about it real quick. Antalya? Yeah, Antalya, Alanya, you name it. No, I love Turkey, man. I love Turkey. You know why Turkey was so amazing? It was really good for me when when my family, when we did not have that much money in the past, right? You had these kind of resorts, right? It's like all inclusive resorts. And it's like perfect for the family, man. Perfect for the family. If you don't have that much money, then you can still have a very good time going to these resorts. And Turkey is one of the top in that segment right there. You know. Now I would like to have. Now I'm in a stage where I would like to have a little bit more freedom, right? Where I could do my own thing and stuff. I would not really go to all-inclusive resorts anymore, but at that time it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. Can you look at silver, please? Yes, I can. I can look at silver for a second here. Strong bounce from the 22. Strong bounce from the 22 mark. Another bounce from the 22.57. Overall looks quite good to me, to be honest. Like looking at it right now. Major resistance is at the 23. There's some buy-side liquidity built up there, which hasn't been taken out yet. Any closure above 23 is, in my opinion, a buy. A strong buy. And especially if you look at the dollar right now, I think things are aligning quite well. So yeah, anything above like 23 here. Okay. Let's see if I can join Dr. Dollar. Let's see if I can FaceTime him. Let's see where this guy's at. Or if I can Instagram him right now. Let's see, let's see. Let's see what this guy's saying. Let's see what this guy's saying. Give me 1 second here, guys.
Drake Degrassi looking ass.
I would get violent. 50-year-old Drake looking ass.
Where's this guy?
Yeah, but yeah, that, like, it's not bad. It's just too much on the screen, to be honest. Like, I got the whole training view chart on there.
5 seconds. We're closing below it, by the way.
I want to see.
I can turn my camera around right now.
5 seconds, like 1 second. We close actually below it right now. So nothing yet. Nothing here for gold so far here at this particular moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Lorenzo in the chat.
Sheesh, what's up, Lorenzo? Appreciate it, man.
What's good, Brody?
Oh shit.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
This guy's been streaming for 12 hours though, so like let's
good
support
luck.
him a little bit.
I know, bro.
I'm
lucky psyching myself out, bro.
I'll figure it out in a second. Okay. No closure above, so this is important. However, there is still that gap below. Yeah, let's see how we continue. I would love to look for longs above the 1913.375 because that's the daily flip. That's where that body candle closes or like flips the previous daily after it already took out the low. So like we saw a lower low and then followed by that flip was actually something that I actually really would love to look for long here. This in the meantime could be long, but more on the riskier side. More on the riskier side. That actually the higher we go, the better the buy signal will be. Which is actually quite interesting because you would say, okay, that's a little bit on the late side, but it's actually not. Actually, it gets more bullish if you start breaking these levels here.
Bye, thanks, bro.
Okay, check gold for this month. In what way for this month? Like what happened over the whole month or in general? What do you mean? Let me know, brother. I have something here that I can look at indeed for gold right now. If you look on the daily, on the weekly, we are looking bearish. We are still looking bearish. We are still below that previous week. We still have that gap below. There is not much, there is not much holding us back here, to be honest, to come down further. I mean, there are a lot of gaps there. We have to take consideration. Also, yeah, pretty much coming down towards the I would say the 1880. There is still some room to come down here. Overall, you would say. But yeah. Do you ever trade off stream? Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, every day we're trying to catch something here. Minute news, yes. Bro, I'm in gold sales. What's your view? I would be careful. Why? Because the dollar is still there. It's still potential coming down here towards that gap here. So as long as the dollar can come down towards that gap, I still believe that there is a possibility that gold will come up a little bit. So it depends where your stop loss is at here. We did, however, close just below that level. So it was not a fully committed closure above that level that we were looking for, in my opinion, either. So I stay for now quite neutral until we started to really break some levels here, or until we flip also significantly on the lower time frame. That means that, let's say on the lower time frame, we have this level right now. Let's go on the 10-minute or 15-minute. And we're actually getting rejected here, okay, which we have. We have this zone. It's just an area of supply here, okay. If we are really seeing now that there are a lot of selling pressure coming into that direction here, a lot of selling pressure coming into play, then I would say, okay. If we then flip, we might even take a short-term short opportunity on the lower time frame. Coming back into that range, filling up that gap below. I think there is a possibility, yeah. But as long as the dollar is now is not there, it is coming down, but it's not filling up that gap here, so you will still have that buying pressure, in my opinion. We have news very soon already. All right, the initial jobless claims are coming in around 25 minutes, and same as the GDP as well. There we go. We lose yesterday, why not at the number? Oh, my bad. Thank you for sharing, brother. Yeah. Always remind me. I always sometimes forgot to lose winners as well. So, yeah, appreciate it. In the end, we have our spreadsheet now. So, this is where the all the data will be. Next week, we have everything ready. We're building our spreadsheet out. Let's get to 100 trades. Let's do it. Is that your manager there you're speaking to? Yeah, he's my manager. Indeed. You're my manager right now, huh? You're my manager. You're officially my manager. Hey, listen, I'm gonna call my manager to see if I'm allowed to say that as well. If you want to contact me, you have to contact my manager first. No. No, we're staying humble fun. We're here to help and to take some trades every single day. Forex, crypto, you name it. Dollar is moving. Do you only take one trade a day? Well, in New York, focusing on gold or GJ, usually, yeah, one trade in this session. If there is more, there is more, of course. It depends on the market. Sometimes there are more opportunities and then I'll take more trades. But for example, there is London. I trade London as well when I see something in London. So yeah. Why not pay your manager a turkey smile? Okay, so yeah, no, overall I think gold is doing its thing here, but yeah, I think we're waiting for the news right now. Is your girlfriend Indonesian? No. No. My girlfriend is Russian. I have a Russian girlfriend. Okay, we're making moves here. Let me look at the dollar here. Yeah, the dollar is getting there and coming to that gap. I think that we can keep pushing here. Let me see what we can do. We have our next closure in 5 minutes on the 15 minute. Let's see how we close here. We might be looking for an entry already. Okay. What other investments do you have? Crypto. Just looking at crypto, man. Crypto is what we're doing a lot. We're also trading a lot of crypto. We are now building out our crypto community internally in Discord. We're moving very well. Tomorrow we have a crypto live stream. So there is just so much money to be made there with the right strategy, the right approach. That it's actually a waste not to go into it or not get too into it, especially if you have some time in the weekend as well. There is just so much opportunity. Therefore, I highly recommend if you want to join our community, go to our crypto VIP, get access to our crypto course explaining you how to trade it. And you can join it for free, practically. You just have to follow up and create an account and then ask for access right here. Go through the instructions and you know exactly how to join us. for tomorrow's live stream as well in there. Gold is pushing indeed. Dollar is indeed coming down to fill up that gap here. Look at that. It's that gap that we're looking for. I think the dollar is going to come down to fill up that gap, and then we're going to see a bounce. So I think we're going to face again and again just a lot of resistance at that level. Again at the 1913. I think we're going to face a lot of resistance because of the fact that dollar, you know, is coming back. It fills up that imbalance and then taps into this area of the month below it. And we're going to see at least some sort of reaction from it. And based on that reaction, we push down again. So let's see. Keep a very close eye on it. I tried joining Crypto VIP, but unable to get added. Okay, open a customer support ticket. It can also take up to 12 hours. So do take that into consideration. Lorenzo, what position are you hoping to take on gold? I'm looking for either longs above here or, and this is important, if we flip now below the 1910, we short it. We could look for potential sells below this level again. So if we do flip during the news and we have a closure, we could short it back down. Okay. So it all depends right now on the on the news. The news is coming very, very soon. Because look at that expansion and look how we came up here to that body. We have that body right here. We tapped into it already. Yeah, we came above it. We're getting suppressed right now. If you look on the 15-minute, this is a strong high. Okay. You can see it already. We're still in that range, even on the lower time frame. If you look on the 10-minute, you have a 10-minute area of supply that's holding us back here. That's why I'm interested in buys above it or sells now below it if we do decide to flip and come down here. Okay, Nitesh, I will have a look at it for you. Send me a message, please, on Discord. Thank you, brother. So you see that rejection now of that high, of that area of supply here. If you now decide to flip here, then I'm gonna look for sells again. Because yes, you have a breakout, but that means it just had a false breakout out of this initial zone. So yeah, therefore I think that there is a possibility. You have a nice gap as well here. There's not much happening. You have that strong expansion, but at the same time, look at what we have been building here. You know, that sells a liquidity, that imbalance, everything that's below there. There's not much happening there. So if you do decide to turn around, then yeah, I think it's worth it to look for sells again. So we have now that expansion. Okay, that's one layer. Buys above it, it's another layer. If you do decide to flip, it's another layer, and we can sell below. Why? Because I would not be surprised if the dollar comes down, fills out that imbalance, and immediately shoots up. And if that's the scenario, then we can just, you know, turn it around here and just look for a flip of gold, taking it back down again. So that initial expansion was great, but it left us with that gap and a rejection on the lower time frame. And therefore, you see now that sellers are stepping in and that there is a lot of sell side liquidity below. And yeah, news is coming in 15 minutes. So can you please share your gold chart in the chat? Yeah, let me highlight this 10-minute supply, 10M supply, just so you know which time frame I'm talking about here. There we go. Let me share it with you indeed. I share it in the meta charts. I will share it in the meta charts right now. So share it in here. Yep. Ten-minute supply that high that took out a bunch of liquidity below here. Take consideration that this was the liquidity you have been taken out beforehand. So this high was created. We came down, we created a lower low. We took out the liquidity there. And now we broke that trend line. That trend line was broken, fantastic, but it could be a fake out, eventually coming back down to fill up the gap again. Keep in mind that there are a lot of buyers stepping in here, and they assume the price is going to go up from now, and that if you then reverse, we're going to take it all out here. If you do, however, break this high, we broke a very strong high. Therefore, this high, in combination with this high, especially this high, will then be broken. Then I think we can look for the continuation, regardless. So yeah, that's a little bit of the approach here. It's just to see and wait. Here we have 12 more minutes. Lorenzo, what platforms do you know that allows trading on TradingView? You need a platform that allows copy trading. So FTMO is one of them. Funded Next is another one. Dollar coming to that gap. So yeah. DFT, okay. Top step, okay. Yeah. Or you set up an Awanda demo account and you can use it as trade copier. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. So like you can then connect the trade copier to your account, and then you can trade on TradingView with that copier, with a demo account, for example, and then you can like connect it to like a platform account and then trade from TradingView. Be aware of spreads and the differences there of the charts. Be very careful, be very aware. And look at the 10-minute area of supply here. Look how much that actually is, how strong that actually is right now at the moment. See that? Strong 10-minute area of supply here. Makes sense if this high took out this low, took out a bunch of liquidity. A lot of volume went into that trade, into that move here. Come back up to pick up these orders and then move down again. So, hey, sells are actually quite possible here. So, yeah, let's see. Very interesting. There we go, coming down already. Massive fake move here. To the upside, coming down. Rejection at the 10-minute. I would start looking for sells now though. So if we see a closure below, yeah, we have news coming now. So yeah, let's see. Let's hope. Let's see how aggressive the move is. Hey Lorenzo, supply and demand. You draw the whole candle or the body, high or low? I draw the whole candle. I draw the whole candle. It's a 10-minute zone, right? So it's right here. It's a wick. It's the wick to the wick. Strong rejection at that level. I would say, yeah, I could take a trade from there, but I think it's better to then wait for the closure below that initial level where we broke above, and then take a sell from there like we usually do. Just using the supply as an area of just as an indication. That's pretty much it. But sellers are definitely stepping in right now, so yeah, we might be able to get a short here very soon. Closing below the 1910. Eight more minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes, 30 seconds left. Strong rejection here. Strong rejection. Closure is in 7 minutes. Let's see what the actual volume will be here. Do you know what the COMEX open is? The COMEX silver futures open interest. I don't know, but I'm looking it up right now. The open interest of what, silver? Is it just, you're just talking about the open interest? Because I know what the open interest is. Lorenzo, could you make a poll, dollar up or down? So you can do the opposite. Yeah, let's. We can do that. We can do that. It's interesting though, because the dollar right now, it still has a gap here. I mean, okay, let's look at the last minute. So like, okay, let's see what we're doing right now. So we're building a tremendous amount of liquidity below here, but we're now coming up 5 minutes before. Usually it's not a good sign. I'm not here to give any buys though. If you want to do a poll. It's the main exchange for gold. Okay. I usually look at the LME, the London Metal Exchange. Yeah, let's do the poll real quick. Let's see. Just as a, you know, not a joke, but just as a to see what the actual sentiment is here. Okay, dollar up or down? Let's do it. Let's create it. Because usually it's the other way around. Usually. Let's vote. Let's vote. 750 people watching. So we can vote here. So far, gold holding very good. Holding very strong. Yes, we're getting rejected at 10-minute supply, which is automatically this high. So yeah, if you break above it, I would be very, very happy. I mean, we could look for longs above it. And if you then decide to break down, you know, we can look for shorts. Unless we're already here after the news. Yeah, of course, then we have to wait a little bit longer. It's pretty straightforward. We have to wait for closure. And if it's then too aggressive, yeah, it is what it is. So let's see. Enough possibilities here. Up for 54% so far. Down 45%. 150 votes. Interesting. So, should we already put in a short then? Sorry, a long. Wait, a long. We're talking about the dollar, right? So dollar up 55% means gold down. So it should be then gold down. That means it should be then gold up, which means dollar down, right? Let's see. Dollar right now is coming up indeed already a little bit. But we have that gap here. 200 votes. %54 says up, 46% says down. GDP is also included, by the way, so it should be some serious move here, some serious volume coming in. 55-45, 230 votes. Okay. It's going down and quickly go up. Okay. I'm very curious, but you know how we enter a position, we wait for closure. It is what it is. Lorenzo, I read an article that some major insurance companies and banks are looking to buy Bitcoin in huge amounts. Yes, talking about an ETF here. I think this will take still a little bit of time. I don't think this will just be accepted just like that. But if that's the case, yes, then a lot of institutions can hold Bitcoin. Yeah, like own Bitcoin. Not speculate on Bitcoin, own Bitcoin. Right, that's why we have our VIP group created. And that's why I want to be part of it, because tomorrow we have a live stream. We're going to talk about it deeply, including a live trade. Sharing setups already all the time right now. Okay. So you want to get access, instructions, a manual on Crypto VIP. Okay. News coming. Be prepared right now. We have 1 minute left. In my FX book, 64% long on gold. So it's increasing. It's actually growing. It was yesterday 55. So now it's 64. Okay. So we had 260 votes. 52. It's pretty much even. Okay. 52% is up. 46% right now. 47% is down. Okay. So yeah, that's just an even poll here. Not much information. Not much information. Makes sense as well. It's quite in the middle of a range here. Right, ready. Let's go. Down. So far down. Taking liquidity. Okay. Coming down. Coming down. Coming down heavily. 10-minute supply. Came back to the high, got rejected from it. Massive volume coming in. Let's see what the news was here. Let's see what the outcome was here. 2%. Wow. 2%. Much more than expected. Much more than I expected. 239. Less people unemployed. That has to be good for the dollar here. That has to be good for the dollar. Okay. So you guys are right. You guys are right. Dollar was up. Dollar's 56, 54%, 53%. Was not a big difference. But there we go. What a move. We got rejected exactly at that supply here. At the high. That's why we're like, okay, that's why we're waiting for buys above it here. Okay. Crucial level to break. This was an interesting level to look for, but you saw that it could not break that high, and I was like, no longs from there. So yeah, we wanted to look for shorts below it. But again, our strategy is a closing strategy here. And when news is involved like that, yeah, it sometimes can happen that we already come and shoot down here. However, if we flip here, it's simple. We're looking just for the continuation. Like their possibilities are still there. Like we said before, we have gold. And we have that daily wick. The daily body here. Okay, which is then the daily body right there is at this particular candle structure. Okay, you have this particular level below, which is the 1903 here. And this holds a serious level, serious support as well. Okay, right there, we have seen it many times right now that we're holding below and above it, and we're facing a lot of resistance around these levels, where it was the exact level above it was the 1913. Okay, that's the level that we're breaking right now. Right now. Massive move out of that 10-minute supply here. Wow, look at that rejection here. Okay, dollar is moving. It did not came down to fill out that gap, surprisingly. But we are moving up. Why didn't you enter? That's not my strategy. That's not my strategy. Wait for the closures. I think the fam knows exactly what our strategy is here. I forgot about the news. Took short, suddenly dropped, scared half of me, immediately took 40 pips. Luckily, didn't turn away. Didn't turn different ways. Yes. Luckily, didn't. Luckily, didn't. Closure of the 30 minute. Yeah. Yeah, in this case, yes, right now. This could have been a 15 minute. This internal range right now. But now we're breaking out the bigger range. Yes. Yes, 30 minute. Absolutely. Why is the dollar coming up? Bullish news, very strong bullish news here for GDP, including the initial jobless claims being lower. Less people unemployed, more people working in the labor market. That's what they're always talking about, right? The labor market is very tight. The labor market is very strong labor market. You name it, and so on and so on. So it keeps they keep talking about how good the labor market is, and I think that's the best way to cover a recession, is to talk about how strong the labor market is. And yeah, again, we have seen indeed lower numbers than the previous forecast and the previous week. And the GDP quarter over quarter was much better than expected. 2% instead of 1.4, which they expected to be 1.4. However, still 0.6% lower than the previous quarter in Q4. But it tends to happen that Q1 usually is a little bit lower than Q4. So it makes sense here. Can we enter or sell now? It depends on your strategy. It depends on your strategy and your risk. I personally think that closes are very important for the longevity of your portfolio, of your account balance, and your yeah. Unless you have like, you know, a certain strategy where you're like, oh, you know, fuck it. I can afford to lose this kind of strategy. Which is sometimes very useful as well. Joey says it will reverse. Yeah, let's see. Not only that, like if you want to short, where do you put your stop loss? Well, yeah, if you see something like this, right? So you come down, you shoot up, you take the liquidity from here, and then you come down, for example. Like there are so many scenarios. So if you want to short it, yeah, then you have to put your stop loss very, very wide. You have to put it right here if you want to short it safely. And then even then you're what? You're going for the one-to-one scenario. You know what I mean? So there is just risk involved. So if you're willing to take that risk, then it's a completely different story, of course. Yeah, let's see how this 30-minute candle closes, and let's see where gold is at the moment here, and just yeah, let's see how we can benefit from that. But it failed to take out this high here, this 10-minute area of supply here. I recovered my account. I was 5% down. Oh, amazing. That's beautiful. So it literally depends where we close here. Let's say we close above it. We have such a a massive gap here that we can just see if we can take it back up again. And if we come back into that range. If we close below it, we have to see and check here. Right now we are bouncing from the, like our lowest point is at 1998, right? Or 18 and 98 right now. Let's say 1890, like, okay, let's say 1899. So let me just highlight this one. Let's see a little bit what's happening around the level. If that is an exact level that we have to take consideration. No, I think that's just a wick expansion from the 1900s here. I think the yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you saw how you flipped here, huh? So you came down and that just flip was just incredible. You saw that rejection here, 10-minute supply. So rather than only look at the horizontal levels, of course, there are also highs and lows that are important to mention. And also just internal structures right here and internal candle structures right there. That's why I like supply and demand sometimes so much. And the combination of both is extremely beneficial here. Not always, but you know, when it makes sense. So in this case, when you see the structure like that, you see that usually, you know, you see a lot of buyers stepping in here. Whereas if you look internally, you still have that zone. But above it would have been easy buys for sure. 1913 and above here, very strong easy buys. Let's see, we need to update this. Yeah, okay, that's all good. Yeah. Which website do you check the news? Investing.com. I like it. We have more news coming. A little bit later today, but more news is coming here. It's going down more. Yeah, well, it's going back up a little bit. Let's go on lower time frame. So we have some support now. Let's see how we develop. We're seeing indeed buyers stepping in a little bit here. But let's just see where we close here. So if we really close above it, which could happen. I mean, yeah, let's see how we develop here. Because that could then indicate that we just come back into that range again. Because that was a really strong expansion up to like the 1910 here. Otherwise, how did you find the 10-minute supply level? So you go to lower time frame and you look at all the swing high and low points, right? Like I had here. So we had. This is a strong high. Why is it strong high? It took out this low. Right, so it took out this low and it came back to that high that took out that low, and it took out not just that low, it took out multiple lows here in the one go. So a lot of volume came from that zone here. So a lot of volume was created out of that level, out of that particular area. That candle structure we start pushing down quite heavily. Why? You wanted to liquidate everyone that was long here. That had stop losses below that level. So that was taken out. It started to consolidate. It came back to that range, got rejected, and then it came down quite heavily here. So that's where that error came from. You might see it coming down quite heavily right now. Let's see how far it will actually take us. But I do believe that, and that thing usually tends to happen. In like a couple minutes, you will start seeing it moving up quite strongly. Ah, okay. Yeah, no problem, Mary. How much of our capital should we use in each of our trade? It depends. There's so many variables, man. It depends on how long you trade, how comfortable you are with trading, what kind of strategy you use, what is the risk to reward you're looking for, what is your win rate. There are many different variables here. You know, the 0.51% thing is like the standard. Okay, dollar coming up here, but there is a but here. We are again coming closer to this initial level. So you will see. You will see that at some point we're gonna shoot up, and that usually will happen in like 10 minutes. You will see it. We're gonna move. Why not end on a 50-minute time frame? You want to wait 30 minutes after a heavy news event. You want to wait 30 minutes. Trust me. Like most manipulation happens between the 15 and 30-minute mark after the news. That's where most people get trapped into their position here. So I would love to wait for 30-minute closure. You could suddenly see demand coming in, like insanely heavy, and then just push up here. I mean, I would not be surprised if that's the scenario. Lorenzo, green for the month? Oh yeah. Can I take a buy now? That's up to you. We are ready for the 15-minute closure here now. The next 30-minute count closure. Maybe get our top wick sell on the flip. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So if you decide to come up and we close below the level, the 1903, I think this is an important level. Why? Again, now we have surpassed that daily candle, right? So we have surpassed this candle right here. It was a really hard level to break. So we did that. If we now come up here, we come up and we wick above it. So this is what I want to see. So let's say we close above, we close below. What I want to see is that we come up, that we wick above it and immediately flip here and then flip the body closure of that level and then continue down. And I would love to see the wick coming into that zone, into that range, to then getting rejected again. So new candle coming into that range, this closes below that level, new candle comes into that range and then flips the body. Yeah. And then look for the continuation, because the continuation below this level is absolutely true. You can come back to the 1880. That's like a serious level to take consideration because of the fact that if you look here at the gold chart, let me see on the macro again. You look at the weekly. Okay, we have all these levels right now, but like, what's happening here? I mean, like, there's not much happening there. Okay. Until you get back to the 1870, 1880 mark, which is then this high, these highs right here, you know. let's say 1880, 1880, sorry. There is not much happening there. So yeah, that closure, there are a lot of possibilities below that level. Just saying. Akash, love from India, man. Thank you, bro. How many Indians do we have in the chat here? I thought Indians watch Raya Banks. I think India is a beautiful, beautiful country. I've been watching the 8K series of India. Of the Taj Mahal and everything. Oh wow, look at that. You know why? There are just so many traders. A lot of Indian traders, and I think Indians are, first of all, very smart. So trading is actually perfect. Because why? How do I know that Indians are smart? Well, I'm a big fan of chess, okay? And the number one competition right now of chess, like all these young competition, all these guys that are upcoming are all Indian. They're all taking over the game. And that's really hard to do, so yeah. Okay, 10 more minutes for closure. Make a poll. Europe, Asia, South, and North America, Africa. That's a good point. Let's do it. That's a very good point here. Choose your continent. Africa. Europe. Oh, you cannot. Okay. I need to combine North and South America. 1 second. It's actually so interesting. I would love to know that right now. And I can't even choose Australia. You can only choose four things here. Okay, interesting. Okay, please answer the poll indeed. I'm very curious as well. Of course, I'm not going to add on Antarctica or Oceania. Just focus on these ones. Thank you. We have a closure in 7 minutes. Let's see how we evolve here. Okay, let's see. 36% Asia and Australia, 37% Europe, 16% Africa, 11% North and South America. Okay. Interesting. Whereas my VIP ticket has been on hold for a few days. How can I get accepted? Okay, I will have a look at it. It should... Okay, let me see what it is. Because there could be something wrong. But I will have a look at it. $257 votes. 35% is from Asia, Australia, Europe, and Australia. Europe and Asia are competing here. A lot of Europeans in the chat. Makes sense for me, right? I'm European, I live in Asia, so it makes sense. $18.29 is the target. I think that 1880 is now something that's coming up here. Five more minutes. Keeps moving down without creating any top wicks here. Like no top wicks whatsoever. Like we just keep piling and coming down right now. Two days without taking a move, I suck. No. Bro, this is normal. We have news days. It's part of the game. It depends on your strategy. If you trade risky and you want to just take a trade regardless, then could have been in your favor, but it could have also been completely the other way. So that's what happens around these times here. But we wait for a closure and see how far we take. As you will see, the last minute of this closure, this 1 hour candle closure here. Let's see how much the month will step in right now in the last 1 or 2 minutes of this of the chart. The dollar right now is reaching that peak, but indeed we're looking quite strong. Cannot deny here. Looking quite strong, that's for sure. GG Empires did not react at all to this manipulated the dollar index push. Yeah, it's very strange. Also, if you look here on the gold chart itself, you see that on the lower time frame we are not really seeing the volume coming in from there. This, yes, of course, but yeah, just wait and see what happens right now in the last couple of minutes. Because this is a major expansion, okay? If we start consolidating for a while on the lower time frame, we might take a trade to the upside. It depends how far we are. And if it's here around that zone, I'm looking for, of course, the continuation down. So yeah, we have to see for the closure what see from there. Two minutes. Wow. Juan, reversal is coming for gold. Yeah, who thinks that gold is gonna reverse here? I saw Joy Freedom also saying gold potentially reversing. 50-50 at one time. Joey, yes. Bowser, I think 1890 key level. Yeah. Don't try to catch this falling knife. So let's look at the dollar real quick, because the dollar right now is coming up indeed. It's going for these highs. Let's assume that it's gonna break it. What's the next stop? Well, that would then include that we're gonna come back towards these particular highs here. We have to take it to the 4-hour. There is definitely some room here. Okay, do take that in consideration. There is definitely a gap right there to be filled in the middle as well. Which is gonna push gold further down here. So far, it's one big, massive red candle. Lorenzo, you forgot Latin America. Yeah, I put South America there as well. Yeah, I can only put 4 options, so yeah. $13 seconds. 1 hour closure. All right, closure. Okay, let's see. We are now at 1896. Let me quickly create something here so we can use this as a tool. We select everything. There you go. We're gonna select everything right now. We're gonna put it in a group. Highlight this, gone. And now we go to the weekly. Where are we at? Okay, we are now at the 1896. I think next stop is for it to come. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we are now coming back to the 1819 indeed. 1890 is the key level here. So let's add this level in. We are already coming very, very close. That's the next level. Let's open the group. There we go. Let's take it back. Next level is indeed that level right here. There we go. Okay, we have this one. All right. Yeah. So far, still coming down here. Dollar pushing through 1 hour. We're right in the middle of a range right now. So we have now nothing until the 1819. At the same time, you could also say that we could come back up as well here. So we're in the middle of that range. Right in that gap here. And then the next one is so you have this one, and then you have the 1880 here. The 1879. So we're heading towards the next levels right now. We ever use a fib retracement on the higher time frame? We could. It's actually a very good point. Now I'm thinking about it. Let's do it. Let's see what we have. So, just in general, it's just we have still a long way to go here from the weekly. Still wanted to see though. That's that zone. Let's go on the daily. Was it last low? Yeah, we bounced from the 50% quite heavily. We held very strong around that level. The next one up is again the 1890. Same level. 1880, sorry. Same level. Same exact level, yeah. Dollar reversal soon. Well, if you look on the dollar right now, let's say you come up here. Okay, you go for the highs, which is pretty likely if you look at it from this perspective. Like, let's clean it up here. Look at this. Look at these. Look at what we have built. We're gonna take this out. We're gonna come towards this level. But at the same time, you are still holding resistance at that level as well. Here, if you look on the 30-minute, then this is where we had a massive expansion and we got rejected before. And this level is actually holding us right now, as you see already here. So we're now right in that level. This is not the moment to go short for gold. I can tell you that already, just by looking at the reaction here. Okay. Let's see how we develop. Let's see what happens if we break this low. Let me put an alert below that level, just to be sure. We set an alert here. If you do break it, we know what's happening. Gold's, yeah, exactly. So gold right now is gonna consolidate a little bit. This is definitely not a level to short from right now. Okay. Let's say we break below, then gold is gonna break above, and then the level to look for is yeah, we have that whole range. Gonna face serious resistance there. They already come to the 1903 where we initially came from. So let's just see how the 1900 reacts. And if you get rejected around that level, which is right here. Yeah, right around that level right here. There we go. Dollar already pushing. Look at that. Dollar breaking down. Getting rejected. So gold's gonna start pushing here. Yeah, there we go. You see that? Okay. No, this was just a massive level that we broke. We smashed through both of these levels here. The level to break right now is the 1899. Feels more like trapping the retail here. Yeah, well, we are indeed not there yet. That's for sure. So wait for it to develop, because we're right in the middle of this range here. Shorting is not the right moment right now with the dollar getting rejected heavily right here at that level. Okay, look how we came up. We tapped into that zone. We saw that rejection here earlier. We are exactly there again. The last time we tapped into that zone twice, we came down quite heavily and we made that move all the way down here. We're back at that exact same level. And we're again seeing a strong move here immediately to the downside. So yeah, let's see how we close this 5 minute. With a little bit more structure, we might be able to choose a direction here. Asia and Australia 35%, Europe 32%. Thank you for sharing, appreciate it. I've been following you for 2 days. You were extra cautious. Yeah, correct. Then you had you should have catched the win. And yesterday you should have catched the loss as well. But the structure, the strategy is the exact same thing here. It's just that you, I think, joined around news days here. So when there is a lot of news, sometimes it works in our favor. And sometimes it smashes through all the levels without us. But yeah, you can also enter here and just take the risk. Up to you. The levels are there. Small risk, big reward. Depends where your stop loss is at. And if you're getting stopped out, because if the move is really big against you, you will not get stopped out here. You will get stopped out there. So it just depends on how big the move is. How come you don't put in a financial advice disclaimer to protect yourself? We have it in our description. We have it in our description. Vishal says news mess up everything. Hey, that's the game we play. We have a certain strategy. That's it. We have a certain strategy. And sometimes we crush it with its strategy. Right? And we make money. And sometimes you have a couple of days where, you know, you have news, you have this, you have that. That's just part of the game. So either you do your own thing or you follow that exact strategy and we do 100 trades and we see what the result will be. Dollar continues journey to the upside. I think that if we come down below the 1890, we can take it down to the 1880 immediately. I didn't go for a sell here. It goes, we immediately credit topic because we're in the middle of that range. And we form also some serious support around the same level here. So if you go back, we have the 1890, the 1895.3 here. Do you trade with your own money or from the account? With my own money. I got a short A+ setup on GU. What buzz happened with new scandal? The yen indeed did not even flinch from the news. Nothing happened here. It's like literally nothing happened around that move. That is very unusual for the yen here. Especially because it's related to the dollar. And has it usually reacts very heavily to what the dollar does. So that's absolutely crazy if you really think about it. In the past, did you trade with high risk to grow an account exponentially? So I think that's a hoax. I think that's like out of my personal experience though. Like I cannot, if you can give me a couple guys that actually did that with their own money, growing their account to whatever, let's say, what we have around now, let's say $600,000. Okay. Like I'm very curious how they did that, how they grew their account like that. Because I truly believe in the compounding here and the compounding aspect of trading, consistent growth and compounding profits and then leveraging profits to make more profits and to just let the ball run at some point. That's why I always preach like you should not care about the money when you start out. You should care about the skill first because you can attract so much money. Like if you are such a good trader, you can attract millions of dollars. People are ready to invest either that money into you. Even easier, you have now tons of prop firms out there that are so competitive that are willing to give you a bunch of money if you can reach 10% a month or 10% the first month. After that, just keep your account up. So if you're truly profitable, then why should you so focusing on like taking high risk trades with $100 if you can just build a skill and then apply for a $300,000 funded account? Okay, what I think right now we are at a crucial level here. We are indeed flipping this level. However, keep in mind that like what I think could happen right here is if we indeed come up and the New York Stock Exchange opens up, then we're gonna flip here. And if you flip here, I'm willing to potentially buy it back up to the levels above here. If you do decide to open up here with the New York Stock Exchange, and then you look for that flip and then potentially trade the flip here. So I'm gonna write it down, potential flip trade when I would not be surprised if it just suddenly go up here during the New York Stock Exchange open. So in 12 minutes we have the open. How was the burger yesterday? Good. Thank you. There is a serious question, bro. What skills do you need to become an elite trader? You need to know exactly your strategy. You need to know exactly how you trade, how you manage. You need to know when to avoid trades. You need to stick to what you know, what your strategy is. You should not get seduced to enter a market whenever you feel you don't. You should or you're not supposed to. You should have a strict rules, a set of rules for yourself as well when things are going against you. And I think when you combine all these factors together in combination with a bunch of data of hundreds of trades in your catalog, you will come super aware and you will start recognizing a lot of scenarios. Because the market, crazy or not, is extremely repetitive. It repeats over and over and over and over again. And you start at some point recognizing market's behavior. Your market is smart, however, at some point, things are constantly happening over and over again and you start anticipating on it. And that takes time. Okay, so if this flip happens here, we will keep a very close eye on it, because this could potentially be the moment for the New York Stock Exchange to reverse on us here. And to say, hey, you know what? I think we came down enough. The yen didn't move, which is weird. We came up enough. We came down enough here. It's time to turn around with the dollar now and calm down, as we have not broken that major high that we were looking for initially here. When you talk about defining a strategy, having rules does not mean 100% objective rules. Having rules does not mean 100% objectively right. Also, this creation or part, such as rejecting trades, even though their setup is subjective. Yes, I agree. It's not only about the strategic rules. It's also just about like what to do in multiple different scenarios when this goes against you. Or what to do when you already made a certain amount of money for the day. Are you going to continue trading? Like, these are all rules that you need to develop here. Quite subjective. But that comes just with time as well. And this is so different for everyone. This depends on each and everyone's journey here. Okay, my bad. We have three levels. So we have the 1879, the 1890, and then the 1896. I do believe that there is a possibility that instead of coming down here, we do flip and come back up during the New York Open here. The New York Stock Exchange Open. And that could be the trigger here to give us that potential flip here to back to the 1901 up to 1903. Let's give it several minutes. Let's see how we close here, because this is a crucial level as well. Give me 1 second here. We have 6 minutes left. Be right back. Okay, I think the beautiful thing about this is that there's always something positive about news days like these here, is that you start creating these massive gaps in the market. And at some point, these gaps are easily getting filled as well here when you do decide to flip and turn around here. So that's the beautiful thing about it though. If you close above it here and you decide, we can take it back up again. So, which makes a much easier trade as well. But sometimes it's annoying, but at the same time, massive expansions are actually easy backup trades when you come back to that level. Let's get into the lounge, man. Let's do this as well here while we're waiting for that closure in 3 minutes. Let's see if somebody's here. Let me know. If it's working. There we go. Should be working.
Man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Today, very nice.
Have you been trading?
I took the shot you wanted to.
You took
I risked it.
You took the short?
Yeah, I risked it.
You risked it. Okay. So some people still took it. Okay, nice, bro. Amazing.
Thank you, mate.
We have
I'm also looking for the reversal.
You're waiting for the reversal, yeah. Sam, I'm waiting for the closure at least on 30 minutes. And then New York Stock Exchange opens up and let's see if we can flip them.
Yeah, exactly.
But this news, pushed it down crazy.
Yeah, massive move.
Euro, yeah.
I'm happy I got rid of my GU because I was waiting for GU to fill a gap, and I was like, I'm not gonna keep it during the news.
Right.
And I took it also out. I was like, no way.
On my side, I told you, there is still some volume to come below the 200 MA.
Yeah, there is so much more volume still coming in again. It is absolutely crazy here. Dollar is indeed going for it. It's still getting rejected so far. But yeah, again, like we have the buy side liquidity above there, that gap above there as well. I think we will find out here during the New York Stock Exchange open right now in like 40 or 20 seconds. I would love to see that flip, to be honest. I would love to see that flip here.
Let me just go full margin.
Oh,
W risk management. I condone gambling.
I was thinking, even though I don't trade like the news like that, you know, I could just create a small account, an extra account, and just use this purely for, you know, the speculation.
I tried it last time.
And that's it.
I tried it last time, yeah. And I put like 100 US in some small account with like high leverage.
Exactly.
But then somehow, even though the news were good for the GBP, so that the GBP would go up.
You still get wicked out.
No, the GBP went down, even though it was positive, like good news for the currency.
Right.
Sometimes the news don't always go up, but was some small news, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still a red fall though. Just not as big as the CPI or whatever we have now. I really love the new trading pit. I mean, it's amazing so far.
You love the trading pit? Amazing, bro. Great
Yeah.
to hear.
I mean, because we actually use multiple people's perspectives on the same trade or currency.
Yeah, exactly. We're still optimizing, but I think the start is great. We are now fine-tuning it with you know, I have a very good idea. You know what? We should hop on a call. Actually, with a small group of individuals in the community, and just just to hear your feedback and see how we can improve it here. Because the system is epic. It's just we need to fine-tune some stuff.
Yeah, especially the long-term goal. I mean, it's if that can be, when it will be reached, it will be insane.
Yeah.
Not a can, it will.
It will. Oh, 100% it will. Absolutely. For the people in the community here so far on YouTube right now listening, we have something that's called the V3. We have a trading pit. Like we call this the virtual Wall Street. And we are able to actually, instead of just, giving you, live signals like that, we actually have a system for it created where people in the community are able to place their setups, their daily biases, and then based on that we make trading decisions, and we let the community vote. You have like the votes are in, the trading pit is now open, the setups are placed, and then we execute, take this trade yes or no, then we have like a voting system. It is absolutely insane. And that gives us the signals that we need, and then we wait and execute live on stream. And there we go. New York Stock Exchange opens up, and we start pushing a little bit here. Is the dollar coming down? Not yet so far, but gold is definitely pushing up a little bit here. So that's exactly what I wanted to see. We need a trading pit New York session Monday when you don't stream. I agree. Absolutely. Okay, this is what I wanted to see here. There we go. We're now coming up. Okay, there we go. We're now flipping. Let's see if we can come like above the body here that we saw before. Then I will put my stop loss below. Something in the middle. Let's see how we develop here. We have the first, we have 10 more minutes left. Let's go for the 50-minute closure. Let's see how we develop. But I was waiting for a flip during the New York Stock Exchange open here, where we decide to turn around here. If we truly decide to come down again, it's a different story. Because then it's a big chance that if we now flip the body that we just continue down. And that means just another short below the 1893. But if we now come up here, like we're right in the middle of a potential outcome here. So let's see. Yannick, you're live as well a lot here, right? In the Limitless Lounge.
Yeah, I am, but I only started trading SMC, I started trading SMC like 3 weeks ago when I joined V3. So
Okay.
just more sit here and try to learn with others as well, with Locke and Reese.
Okay, amazing.
Like trying to, gain knowledge, getting, knowledge from others as well and opinions. Just makes a big difference instead of just doing it alone. So, it just makes it easier when you then have other people giving their opinion on setups or whatever. But so far, I'm loving it. So
Beautiful,
no
man.
complaints at all.
What did you trade before that?
I traded a week of supply and demand, so I'm
Okay.
like new, like really new to it. But I've traded stocks like 3 years ago, but I would call it more gambling.
You traded stocks, okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
On which platform?
It was like 15. It was trading 212. It was
Okay.
It was a really bad platform. It's because of my location. Anyway, I can't really get with good brokers.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Namibia, which makes it then harder.
Yeah.
But now I'm either with, I tried to sign up with Odana,
Okay.
but I'm using, what is it called? I'm using 8cap at the moment, which works quite well.
Yeah.
But otherwise I'm working on a definitive challenge.
Stocks are interesting, man. There's so many things. There's always something happening, like regardless of Forex and stocks are like two polar opposite things here. It's just a completely different world.
But stocks are holding up for long term.
Yeah.
I've got a good question for you, mate.
Lorenzo, I have a good question.
Let me know, brother.
Is a support and
Reese?
resistance a good strategy
Yeah,
for
1
trading?
minute.
I think that that support and resistance are, I think that support and resistance can be such as good as supply and demand. I think the strategy itself is not the most important part. The trading strategy itself, because I know people that are extremely successful, and I'm talking about extremely successful with trend lines. That's it. 1 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour trend lines. That's it. So
The NAS.
it truly depends on the way you manage your trades, the way you enter your entries, exit strategy, your skill set, the rules you have set in play. If things are going against you, you name it. So I think a strategy, of course, matters. You need to have tested it for yourself, but eventually it's the trader behind it that succeed, right? We can all trade the same strategy, the exact same strategy, right? How is it that then you succeed and I don't? For example.
Yeah, like for me personally, at the moment, strategy isn't. Obviously, I'm still learning the SMC, and overall, I like it. I like the concept behind it, right? But end of the day, the big problem I still struggle with is my entries and my end of the day FOMO. It's a big risk management. That's a big part that I have to work on a lot. Otherwise, strategy SMC, you learn it all in V3.
Yeah.
Most of it. Well, basically everything.
So let me ask the community right now in the chat. What is your biggest problem? What do you guys think your biggest problem is in trading here? For me, it was definitely being patient. And actually, I'm extremely patient now. So you might not believe it, but that was my biggest problem. The reason why I am how I am right now and why I am so patient and maybe even too patient sometimes is because I wasn't at all. And it crushed me. It crushed me so many times.
It's a perfect example in chat.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's right. I am right though, aren't I, Lorenzo? If it doesn't go your way, stop.
Yeah.
Like I said. But again, it bites you in the ass, then
Yeah.
take it as, don't get emotional over it. Look at it and think, you know, at the end of the day, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. Take the loss as a win. Perfect example. Sorry, I can laugh about it, but
Yeah.
people get emotional. Like
Yeah.
I've learned over time, mate. That there is a consolidation for me to laugh it off and push it underneath the carpet.
Yeah.
Walk away happy. Go again.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can't markets. You can't win in the market.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't go your way, it doesn't go your way. At the end of the day, you've got to either the nicest way to put it is suck it up.
Yeah.
Learn from it. And go again.
Mm-hmm. Crixo says patience. Edgar says execution patience. Julio emotions, impatience, and FOMO. Over trading. Patience definitely. FOMO. Yeah, that's the thing right now. So let's say like in this case, right? News came out and it came down heavily. You're like, man, I should have taken the trade right here. So every single time when you are patient, you get slapped. And you're like, I actually should not be patient. And the moment you're not patient, you get wrecked. So it's like, that's how the market fools you. So
You need to find
it's
in
like, objectively choose your strategy, make your decision, and stick with it. If this is your strategy by executing every single trade and it works for you, it works for you. But for me, what works is that I wait for closures. If these closures give me an indication above a certain level, after rejection of an area of supply or demand, for example, and it aligns very well, and the next wick comes in and it flips, I know this is a profitable strategy. So this doesn't do anything for me. I don't feel anything in regards to a massive move when I miss out on a case here, because it's not my strategy. And I know over 100 trades, I'm going to be up, I'm going to make money, and I'm going to be able to provide for my family. And that's all I need to know.
I'll say a good prime
Yeah, that's
example.
at the end of the
Last
day.
week, I had. This is how it works. You can have 1 kill a week where you can absolutely destroy the markets when it's going your way, but when it's not going your way,
Yeah.
sometimes you just need to sit back, look at it, and go, "Hang on a moment, that setup's not for me."
Exactly. Yeah.
Like this morning, it was going my way, then all of a sudden, news bang. So at the end of the day, I can't do anything about that.
So what do you guys think about like that one pair or 1 or 2 pair strategy where you focus just on 1 or 2 pairs and that's it? Like, do you guys do that, or are you guys going to the whole market in general?
I think it's a way to
I have a little rule,
not be
right?
distracted.
You probably heard of it, Lorenzo. You've been around for a while. The 5-3-1 rule.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's 5 pairs, 3 trades, same strategy. If that same strategy works and you can take it into different scenarios, you can get it to work. It's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you've only got to take 3 trades within section of them 5 pairs that you've selected.
Yeah.
So like EU, gold. But it does work on the indices.
Mm-hmm.
Might not work on the NAS because it moves too much.
Yeah.
A couple other pairs, or like EM pairs, it works on them. It's perfectly fine. You just got to try and select it. Make sure you know what you're doing with that 5-3-1 rule.
I like that. I like that. So especially with Forex pairs, I think that's a great one. So you have just 5 pairs where you always look at, and then you have a couple of them. You know exactly what you need to know, and then you can filter them out the moment you start your day, and you already see, okay, this one is going to work and this one is not going to work. You can already filter it from the beginning, and then you only have a couple of them, or like maybe 2 of them that you can actually pay your attention on that particular day, correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But I'd say the best pairs at the moment that's working with. The dollar's having a bit of a rally at the moment, which Obviously, I was on the buy side of it, so obviously it works buy and sell.
Yeah.
Even if it works buy and sell, it can still work either direction. But obviously,
Mhm.
you just need to get your direction right with it.
Yeah.
As long as you got your direction right with that and the same strategy, you can even implement, point of control stuff and everything into it.
Yeah.
You can implement that into it to help you out. There's a lot of things that you can use with that strategy
Hmm.
to help you out. You can use your supply and demand zones, your point of controls, and then you can calculate a range within 100 pips from that. If you've got a 100 pip range, know for a fact you're all right to get into the market and try and calculate 100 pip range from that, from the daily high, daily low, monthly
And you
high,
just
so-
operate within that range. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so the dollar broke the highs right now. At the moment, we were taking out that liquidity that we have been building here. Initial rejection was great, but we came up again. Gold is now, however, pretty exhausted right now. You can see that at this particular moment, I would not start looking for shorts below that level here, just because of the way the dollar or the way the gold is actually moving. Yes, we're starting to push down, but it's just not enough selling pressure anymore to keep moving it that direction. And again, if you do break and you flip here, you will start coming to the 1890 and start facing a lot of support again. So, at this particular moment, I would say, okay, we might be over exhausted right now. If you do come back down, then the 1890, you'd really want to pay close attention to that part. But if we come now up and we see that flipping here, we will break the 1896.6, which is an interesting level. And I'm actually quite interested to see what happens above this level here and what kind of closure we have, because I do think that there is a possibility we're going to retrace and we might see a little expansion happening from that area right there. So yeah, let's just see how it goes, especially now the dollar has been taking out some of these highs here, coming into that range. I'm going to give it at least this hourly closure and then a couple more minutes, which is like 30 more minutes, let's say, to see if we can flip and we can execute a trade, or that's it for today here. But let's see.
Yeah, no worries. Lorenzo, do you know about the 28 billion buybacks that the Japan's doing?
The 28 what?
28 billion buybacks because of the currency index. Been watching it closely.
Ah, the buybacks of the dollar index.
On the yen basket itself.
On the
They've been
best.
watching it, Joe, with
Uh-huh.
the actual basket itself. They've been watching the basket itself.
Yeah.
They're going to try and pump money into the basket around, well, let me see. Let's get the pair up. Once the US dollar Japanese yen reaches roughly 145, that's when it might happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start pumping it. It's going to get interesting for the yen.
Yeah, it is interesting now for the yen. But gold's making moves, guys. We're seeing the reaction here. We have news in 10 minutes.
News?
News have we got?
We have the
Yes.
pending home sales here.
Just sorry, mate. I'm just giggling because obviously.
I almost forgot about it. I always forgot that we have more news coming. We were so
I didn't
obsessed
even
with what
realise
just
that,
happened
mate.
here.
What do we even have? Pending home sales.
Let's go.
Okay, look at that reaction.
Lorenzo, I've got a pair that you might want to take a look at. It keeps on going, possibly for short.
Which one?
Which is a certain point. Euro Aussie.
Okay.
If you go to the daily. If you look at it from a daily perspective.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Break it down.
It's breaking down, probably. Correct?
Yeah. the amount of days that it's gone up trending.
Yeah, Australian that looks very strong. Euro looks very weak. Looks like a strong flip from yesterday. Let's. I will have a look at it in a second here. Look at gold.
Gold is pushing.
We were waiting for this moment. The New York flip. That initial high is broken, the body is broken here. Okay, this is an important level. We're back above the 1896 as well. It's also a strong level. I like this a lot, to be honest. So we have literally a couple more minutes left for the closure here on the hourly. Let's keep observing the gold right now. I think this is the main focus.
Almost TP1, let's go.
Gold will fall that fair value gap quickly.
Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted to see. The New York Stock Exchange open up, leading people still down and then reversing. So that's a serious sign here. I do think that they took the final orders from that level here at like 1982.7 and then flip upon them right now. It's hard to break that level. Yeah, let's see how this closure is here. I am looking potentially for the reversal, yeah.
So many lines in here.
I think they took out a lot of orders set here, and now they flip it upon that level. So they New York Stock Exchange opens up. You come down further, and then you suddenly flip within that same 30-minute candle here, or that same 30-minute spectrum. So the first 20 minutes, 15 minutes was the exact manipulation of that level. This hourly closure will determine a lot here. Let's see.
Interesting.
Lorenzo, can you put your stream on? If that's possible.
What's that, brother?
Are you able to put your stream up, if possible, on your screen?
My stream? You mean in Discord?
Yeah.
I think that's possible. Yeah, 100%. That should be possible here. Yeah, that should be possible.
Here we go.
Kieran says GJ looks better. Okay, let's see what GJ is doing now. Because the yen is not really moving whatsoever at this particular moment here. We have been literally doing not much here. We have been holding above this area of the month. We have been actually finding a lot of support around that range. Internally, we wicked above it, came down. This was the news. Yeah, this was the news here. And this was the previous news. There was no reaction here. So we're literally operating in this range. I think at this particular moment there is not much happening on GJ. Look on the dollar index daily. It's a blind buy. Our assessed stock in GJ buys from yesterday. Okay, look at GBP Australian dollar. GBP in Japanese yen equally weak on strength meter. Yeah, let's see what we had in the Euro Australian dollar. Just to, you were talking about it, right, Reese?
The dollar. Go from the daily.
I actually like it. Yeah. I mean, looks good. Looks very good.
Oh, gold. Gold is pumping.
Interesting. Three more minutes, 2 more minutes left here for the closure. Only 1 hour. Dollar. Let's open up. Let's create a top wick and come down. We have seen a lot of liquidity getting taken out right now around the zone. This was the target. That has been completed. So far, good. Holding strong. Look at Bitcoin 1 hour, we'll definitely do. Okay, news 30 seconds as well here.
Do you not class that as manipulation? You know.
Let's see. Closure is now here. Let's come.
Negative for the US.
Negative for the dollar, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Minus 2.7%. So, a lot.
Yeah, it should be very bullish for gold.
Bullish for gold, yeah.
Still can't believe that fair value gap didn't get filled yesterday.
This is what I would love to see right now. Coming down, coming up, flipping. Back to the 1903. Filling this gap first.
1 to 2 minutes.
Lorenzo and crypto stream tomorrow, brother. We're gonna crush it. Too much opportunity. It's just absolutely crazy. Dollar flip indeed coming down. Negative news. We took out the highs already. Liquidity was already taken out here. We're now seeing the weakness here. Negative news as well. Let's break the lows. 103.3. Gold. Let's fill out that imbalance. Cap. Let's flip and we trade here.
Look at GU, Lorenzo. It's two from yesterday and one that I did today.
I have no idea how it works. Very interested, Tristan. Yeah, so if you want to know, make sure that you join. Okay, go to the instructions, see how you can join. It's pretty much free. We have a course as well. Everything is in there. Just need to create an account and follow the instructions right there at Unlock Crypto VIP. You can become part of our crypto live stream tomorrow. With signals and live trades included tomorrow. Last week was just the introduction. Tomorrow is the actual live trading session.
Yeah, I forgot to sign up with the affiliate link. I just signed up and verified and all that shit.
The good part is that you don't have to be verified on the one of these accounts here. Okay.
I don't really mind.
Dollar breaking. Let's see if we can break the exact low. 103.3. That's super important. Last time when we had it, we didn't. We actually held above it and continued our journey up. You want to see it break in that level.
3.3.
So of course we have to resist this right now at this particular level right here. Let me go to gold. And let's look at the other gold chart real quick. Of course we're facing the psychological resistance right now at 1900s. That should not really matter if we do decide to take a trade here, which is right here. That's the 4 hour 1900 exit. It's exactly at 1901 to be exact. 1901. So what do you want to see? Let's go to the 3 hour. Yeah, right there. We're right there right now at this particular mode. Okay. So I think personally, look at the chart right now here. You're gonna face a lot of resistance around these levels here. So initially there was well, it was a great move, but you're gonna face just too much resistance around it. I highly doubt we're gonna break to both of them. But if we do, the only way to get it, if the dollar is truly coming down, filling up that gap here, that's the only reason to push it back. If you come back to this range, it's clean traffic all the way back up to the 1910. That's the easiest one. Anything underneath is just facing a lot of resistance right now. So the last thing I would look for is a coming back into that overall range and just come back immediately to the 1910. That's the last thing I would look for here. Because that means buys above. Because you're gonna face, you know, psychological resistance at the 1900s right now. At the same time, the 1903 was a very strong level as well. Before, look at the amount of support we had beforehand. So do take that in consideration here. But if you break and close above it, I don't think there is anything holding us back coming back to 1910 again.
What is the level you would like to break on the DXY?
DXY is currently breaking, but that's the 103.3, so that's exactly where we are. And preferably, if you come back up above the 1903.3 for gold, that means dollar 103.2.
Yeah,
which is the previous high.
The fuck?
And I would just look for sells below here if you now come down. Yeah, somewhat in that manner. And this can go very quickly. Look at that. Look at that flip. Look at that volume coming in right now.
Almost FTMO. Let's go, guys. V-shape recovery.
That's quick. That's fast. Wow.
No FOMO there, Lorenzo.
Better not.
Never.
Got my second partial here. The fuck is that noise?
But we definitely have seen that that flip happening here.
The 18.
Ooh.
GG, please.
When do you guys put your stop loss on and profit?
Yeah, I am. Also took some partials. TP1, TP2.
Do you place it like in profit when it hits like TP1 or?
I
Just-
placed in profit when, yeah. Since I was looking for the 5-minute candle to break above here, with the choke, this is some Morningstar. When I saw the candle closing above, I waited for the second, third candle here. Clean closure. I was already break even here.
Or
for the
instead of taking partials off,
Huh.
whatever profit you're in, just trail your stop half of that, and then at least you know you've still got like a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1.
Yeah, but since when I tried the stop loss, maybe I placed the stop too soon, then it started to make some structure or something like this. No?
Yeah,
I
but
prefer
at least
just
you,
take the partial.
at least you know in some ways you're still locked in a lot of profit.
Yeah. You're right.
It does work. The chances are getting stopped out are more likely. But then if you look at it at the end of it, like
Mm.
end of the day,
Yeah,
I've
I
locked
mean-
in half my profit. I'm happy with that. Do you know what I mean?
End of the
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
profit
clear.
is profit no matter what. Even break even is better than loss.
Yeah,
I shouldn't-
that's-
It's
yeah.
very interesting right now where this volume is actually coming from because the news has been done already.
Because
That initial reaction. I mean, that initial reaction was great from the news, but the delay volume that is actually coming in right now at this particular moment. So look at the way we're coming up here. Wow. That's absolutely nuts. Are we gonna flip and break the 1913? Market is absolutely the market's absolutely wild at the moment here.
Lorenzo, do you think the dollar run's going to be done now? Till next week?
No, not yet. I don't think so. However, this is a good reversal. That's for sure, indeed. That's why gold is absolutely doing its thing. Like we said, we were waiting for this to be taken out. The buy-side liquidity was built up here for the dollar. Now that has been completed. Now they're like, okay, completed, done. Negative news. Let's come down. And this is heavily shooting gold up here. And I mean, everything here is cleared now below for gold. So do take that in consideration when we break highs now. Really, really wild. Daily flip, it will be at 1913. Okay, this is the final candle closure. If you close above it, we look for a setup because we can simply look for the continuation. Anything below is nothing here because the gap is already filled.
Lorenzo,
So that's the last chance. Yes, brother?
can I just ask you to watch on the commodities channel? I sent a video today
Yeah.
before
Which-
all the move. I can place it another one here in the chat.
Yeah, please share it in the chat here. In the lounge. Cheers, bro.
So yeah, I'm viewing the whole movement like a liquidity move to the upside. I know it's quite messy, sorry, all the lines, but
Yeah, no problem.
Even though I had such a bad entry on EU Silver Bullet, it's still running me up. I foamed into it, but holy sh!
Oh, wow.
Silver Bullet is flying.
This is your chart, bro? Let me see.
yeah, that's it.
Okay, what do we have here?
I
Too much shit.
yeah, I know it's a lot of shit, but I have 3 pairs like Xau, so
You took a
once
trade,
I'm
right?
gonna
You
clear
took a
out-
trade at 9. You took a trade at 19.9. The short at 19.9. Is that what you did? Or you're looking for a
I
trade below?
shorted. Yeah, I shorted on
Okay.
1910 almost. Made a
Okay.
re-entry short,
Yeah.
and then yes, waited for the reversal, just like you. That was
Okay.
the plan for today. Almost got it like perfectly.
Okay, beautiful. Oh, if it works, congratulations, man. Amazing. What was the indicator below?
No, it's just the volume,
Okay, it's the volume we're measuring. Okay.
normal volume. Yeah.
I was
With
in
the
the same thing.
diamond, yeah, diamond lines and instead of columns.
Yeah.
If this dollar even goes lower, then there's so much fair value gap down below. I mean, this
Yeah.
thing could just keep going.
Yeah, just up and down, like constantly. Just to
Yeah.
keep filling up the gap forever, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could trade like that forever, because I mainly trade fair value gaps.
Yeah. So yeah, I give it 12 more minutes. Let's see if you can actually close and buy close above here. If not, then I really leave it for today because you know it will keep going up and down without giving us a nice closure.
Or margin short.
But it swiped all the lows here. New York Stock Exchange opened up. It induced more people to go short to then flip up on them exactly around the 1893.7. I think a lot of sell orders were placed here for the continuation down.
Yeah.
And then right at the moment when when the most liquidity was added, we flipped. And it was really random as well. It was not just straight away after the New York Stock Exchange opened. It was, you know, within the first 15 minutes still. But you saw it flipping there.
So will they keep going up or will it come down?
Yeah, at this particular moment again, error of supply. Same scenario coming into this new level right here. Of course, you're going to face a lot of resistance around that level here.
What is the problem that you're currently testing?
Funded next.
I really just like Finitive because of the no trading limit.
Yeah, same. That's the
days.
exact reason why I took it as well. And they upgraded the servers, so it's no more 8 cap.
Okay.
Lorenzo, wasn't you having a problem with the spreads on BlueBerryMarkets?
Yeah, yeah. So I go back to Awanda soon.
Try.
They are working on their new servers for the TradingView software or something like that, the development. So yeah, once this is live, I'm gonna go back to Awanda. I mean, BlueBerryMarkets is great for MetaTrader. If you trade MetaTrader, that's it. But if you trade on TradingView, Black Bull Markets is not my favorite.
I was going to say try Pepperstone.
Pepperstone, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I changed to Pepperstone because 8 cap had such bad spreads.
Literally the spread, some of the spreads you get on Pepperstone,
They're
you get
insane now.
zero spreads on some of them.
Yeah, 8 cap has been is making bank with all these prop firms connected to it. They did actually a very smart move here because like they let all these prop firms compete with each other, and they're just capitalizing on all of that. It's absolutely it's a smart business move, that's for sure.
Not today, it's business.
Yeah.
Everyone has their way of making money, if it's ethical or not.
Why are you looking for buys on those levels? Well, if he closed above it there, I was definitely more interested in looking for the continuation to the upside. But now we have filled up the gap completely. So the next level is 1913. This is a highly confluential zone. Like if you close above that, a strong confirmation buy that you know, with breaking these key major levels to the upside, that you could continue your journey. But that flip we were looking for it. We just have our own strategy, and in this, you know, with the current news and the volatility here,
Because when I'm looking
it
at
runs
the
straight through the levels.
which US index are you using, Lorenzo? Because the one from capital.com is totally different to yours.
TVC.
TVC, okay, because capital.com is like a whole US less, or it's 102.
Oh, that's strange. Okay.
But it looks exactly the same. Did exactly the same stuff. So
Some of them have got a lag on them. I've noticed that.
because when I'm looking at the US dollar, at least on the 1 minute, those fair value gaps there by underneath 103.073.
We're seeing something very important happening right now, though. The dollar is breaking that key level here, and we are coming close to the 30-minute that 30-minute candle closure. If you do decide to close below it, a continuation to the downside here for dollar is likely. There is definitely a possibility that we come up, we come down, continue our journey. If we close below this level, and therefore more upside potential for gold, especially when you see the, you know, inducing people to go short right now due to the fact that this is a typical SMC related setup. But if you look at the dollar and you see that closure and you come down further, it's going to take out the levels here. It's going to come up. And again, if all the liquidity here is taken out, everything is taken, New York Stock Exchange induced and trapped even more of these traders below, then where now is the most liquidity at? Well, it should be above these levels here, because this has been building up for a very long period of time. The news has been all completed, and it's Thursday, which means usually that you know, we're preparing for the major flip of the week. And if you see the daily flip happening here, we might see that continuation. So that's why I'm still in the game, but only above the 1913 now. And if you see rejection there at the 1913 and the lower time frames, yeah, then it could be a nice sell either. So the 1913 is actually the key level to look for, especially when you look at the dollar. But the dollar need to close below the exact level, which is the 103.2. So right now we're below it, but let's see how we close.
Let's all look at GU. Oh, it's going to break to the upside.
Crazy day today, yeah. Yeah, let's have a look at you.
Oh, look, you want to hop into that swing trade question? Yeah, GU is looking nice.
You still got yesterday's from yesterday's on a higher time frame.
Yeah, you almost got yeah.
Okay, yeah, daily support for GU.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the 4 hour. Also the 4 hour order block.
Yeah.
If I was interested in that, they've done a, I call drop, a base, and then another drop.
And if it closes above the previous day low, I get that already.
I would look for buys above the 126, 285 for GU. Absolutely, I like it a lot here. It actually looks super clean if you compare it right now to gold.
285. I've realized on Black Bull markets, the wicks are so much different than on like other brokers. When I'm looking at your chart.
This is a Wanda.
Oh, so okay. So I'm just using what you call FCM. What is it?
Yeah, FXCM, yeah.
FXCM, yeah. $285. Seems like the euro is gonna go without me.
Dollar, it seems that we're going to close below, but you never know. Always wait till the end closure. But if we close below that level, that's a very good confirmation. Let's look at the strength index indeed. Let's see what GBP is doing.
AUD is strongest.
AUD is, yeah, should be super strong right now indeed.
I missed my entry on EURUSD. It is what it is.
Taking a new entry on gold now.
Now.
Keep your eye on August, Lorenzo, for the pound.
Mhm.
Next rate hike. Be 50 basis points. Be a big one.
What don't you like about Black Bull? Well, I think I took a couple of trades live here. Major spreads, even though I have a raw account, you could say.
Who sent the trade?
Execution is definitely good. It's definitely fast, so that's not a problem. Okay, 1 minute left. And if there's no closure buffer, we're gonna leave it for today here.
Closure above on the on gold. 30-minute is definitely closing below. Hopefully.
So far though, I've been loving gold here. Over the last couple of, like, let's say 2-3 weeks, I've been loving it. I think it was a smart move to move from other Forex pairs live to gold in general. I'm a big fan so far. Okay, dollar closed below it. And gold above it. I think people are shorting gold from here. I think that's dangerous. I think we can come up further because the dollar closes below right now. I'm very curious to see how we develop, but I would love to, I think that we could see that wick and then come down. If that happens, you're gonna see that breakthrough for gold here. But yeah. There we go. I think we're gonna we're gonna go into the lounge. Let's stay in the lounge right now, guys. Let's hang out here a little bit.
Warfare.
Atom says gold is the king of the market. Gigi said divergence paid me well today on good sells and buys. Ronaldo 1.6 avatar. You think the digital payment system being introduced and active in July will impact dollar negatively? I don't know, but it's gonna be very interesting. Even more interesting for Bitcoin, if you ask me. If you talk about digital payment system being introduced and everything, you're probably talking about Fed now, which they're gonna implement. I'm very curious to see how Bitcoin is going to respond to that, because Bitcoin is right now at one of the most important levels on the higher time frame, as you guys can see here. We saw that major move again. We were at that same area of resistance again. That last high. If you break this high, it's over. We're gonna shoot up. FOMO is gonna kick in. Everyone's gonna start talking about it again, and then a lot of money will potentially flow into the market. So.
Elon Musk gonna join again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're gonna see an Elon Musk Dogecoin Twitter post again, and then you know what's gonna happen. So that's the easiest money, to be honest. With guys with Forex experience, and I know like guys that are trading Forex now. People that trade Forex and move to crypto, they have such a massive advantage over people that are just trading crypto. The difference is actually too ridiculous. Because they understand the macro better, they understand the economy, they understand news events, they understand how to capitalize on things like that as well. So that's the main reason why we're focusing so much also on crypto as well on the sides for now. It's not everything we do Forex 90%, but the 10% is just preparation for the big things here. So yeah, tomorrow we have a live stream, live trading crypto. We're gonna give some signals in there. We're gonna do an event in there. And we're gonna just catch some good trades, especially on a Friday. It has been doing very well due to the fact that the market is closing, and then the volume, the final volume is kicking into the market. So there are a lot of more opportunities, and just learning and teaching you the system. That's why I developed that course as well. I think for you it's perfect. If you guys wanna get access to it, you can join it by getting to the instructions right there. It's pretty much free to join. You just need to follow the instructions clearly that you can find right here. Sign up eventually right there, and then you can get access to it tomorrow. That's the best way to do it here. So far gold gets rejected at this level. Why? This high created a strong high, created this low. Right now you can see that rejection point here. At the same time, dollar, let's see if the dollar keeps moving up or if he actually flipping right now, and if it's just a fake move here. If we now decide to close below the 1903, we're probably going to come down and retest the 1900s again. But you're going to stick within that range. You really want to break out of that range here in order to move forward. So yeah.
Lorenzo, dollar index top wick. That's a drop base, then a big drop down.
On which one? Sorry, brother.
Dollar index 30-minute.
Dollar index?
You can see it.
Oh yeah, 100%. So this is strong, a rally base and then a massive drop. And now we broke below that level. We closed below that level. Now you're gonna face a lot of resistance as well here. So if the dollar is keep moving down with this top wick, it's gonna push gold back up again, and you're gonna stay within that range because you face a lot of resistance around that level as well. So it's a lot of resistance there, and at the same time you come back down here again. Let's see if there is actually some support here from the previous range, but it's gonna be you're gonna stay within that range here. And if you come down, man, what a reactions overall here. Crazy. Gold has been crazy today.
Within that range, there'll be a PLC within that range.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight away.
Are there people in the chat, by the way, that trade silver? Any chance? Are there any guys that trade silver here? I would love to know that as well. I don't think too many trade silver.
I was looking at copper.
I don't.
I'm gonna stop trading silver now because why not?
Well, you would be surprised how good silver actually reacts sometimes as well, like to buy some opportunities with that same strategy. It's absolutely crazy. Sometimes silver plays out when gold doesn't. Very, very well. So yeah, absolutely crazy. All right, guys, thank you so much for the support here. I see a lot of new people as well here. Let's smash that like button and let's subscribe if you haven't done that yet. to become part of our daily live streams. And thank you guys for being in the Limitless Lounge as well, listening a little bit here. Let's do this more often as well. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Always here.
Amazing, amazing. We're building the best community, that's for sure. Okay, guys, I wish you all the best. I'm gonna head into the Limitless Lounge. I'm gonna hang out here a little bit more with the fam. All right, YouTube. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. And our journey continues as long as possible, as long as needed. All right. Thank you so much. Much love to you guys, fam. Bye bye.
See you later, alligator.
Reese, have you looked at